This segment of the news is brought to you by Journey to Recovery. Take the first step. Call 775-382-1072. News is also brought to you by Smitty's Cards and Coins. Would you like to know what your collectibles are worth? Come by 2281 Postal Road, Unit 4, across from the post office.
Well, there's been many accidents in the past few days around town. In fact, Nevada Highway Patrol's Major Accident Investigation Team is conducting an investigation right now as to a fatal accident that occurred around 1 p.m. today at the top of Spring Mountain. Traffic was blocked in both directions while the investigation is underway. We'll have more on that on tomorrow's newscast. Friday on Mesquite and Blagg was a two-vehicle accident. At least one person was transported from a two-vehicle accident that occurred on Friday morning on Mesquite Avenue and Blagg Road. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene. Both vehicles sustained moderate damage and were off the roadway upon arrival. Traffic was diverted around the collision while one patient was transported via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. And another accident occurred on Mesquite Avenue yesterday. Several people were injured as a result of a two-vehicle accident that occurred on Sunday morning on Mesquite and David Streets. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. The roadway was temporarily closed by Nye County Sheriff's Office auxiliary members while the accident was being investigated and the victims were being attended to by medical personnel. Fire Chief Scott Lewis tells News 46 that one person was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Well, Florida escaped a direct hit from Hurricane Irma. Irma is now a tropical storm with sustained winds of 60 miles per hour and is moving to southern Georgia at this time. They are blaming Irma for the deaths of 10 people in Florida and 37 deaths in the Caribbean. Irma made landfall in the Florida Keys as a Category 4 storm, and officials are only now surveying the damage there. Officials say it could be weeks before the evacuees could return to their homes. The White House is saying that they would need to conduct a trend analysis to determine if there's a potential connection between this year's spat of hurricanes and climate change. Even though Irma has been downgraded and is now a tropical depression, it is wreaking havoc on Jacksonville with impacts similar to those of a Category 3 hurricane. Jacksonville is suffering what has been called some of the worst flooding it has seen in 100 years. Police are investigating a Tbone collision in front of New Hope Fellowship that happened over the weekend. A T-bone type collision occurred on Saturday night on West and 3rd Streets. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. All occupants declined to be transported to local medical facilities. Witnesses told News 46 that the Jeep was attempting to pass when the vehicle in front attempted to make a U-turn. Both vehicles sustained significant damage. Traffic was diverted around the accident until the Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and medics cleared the scene. And luckily, no one was seriously injured in a rollover that happened on Sunday. Emergency crews responded to a single vehicle rollover that occurred on Sunday morning on East Street. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Deputies did conduct a field sobriety test on the driver at the time of the collision. The results of that test are unknown at this time. However, the driver was not taken into custody at the time of the collision. The driver declined to be transported to local medical facilities. More news right after this break.